Thank you, Karen. That sounds great, Aga. I'm now joined by my final guest here in the Chocolate Factory, Paula Erraught. How are you doing, Paula, from Art Life?
Hi, I'm very well, thanks a million.
It's great to have you here today. So tell us, first and foremost, I'm sure you've noticed this beautiful backdrop that's been behind me throughout today. This is all your work?
That's my work, along with various members of my family. We call ourselves Art Life, and we like to, or when we can, we like to dress spaces for maybe events, or it could be. We've done many events here in the Chocolate Factory, from weddings to film showings to sort of smaller scale things that are happening, and in other spaces as well, like for TV, TG Cahir, and for
brilliant,
maybe marquees, where there are all sorts of things. So from, it's about kind of creating spaces and creating atmospheres, and we kind of liked the idea of bringing, my background actually isn't in set design or in, dressing, but in mixed media and painting and so on.
Okay, so that kind of background has brought a wealth of knowledge, I suppose, in mixing different medias to create a space.
Yeah, and so I kind of noticed, I suppose, over the years, how there was so much sort of waste, I suppose, or in events, or there could be at times, and a lot of budget spent on things that then go in a skip the next day.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So being a natural hoarder, along with members of my family, we just thought it was an opportunity to. Recreate is another great space. We're a member of Recreate, in terms of getting things like, say, there could be, curtains that I overprint or paint, or all sorts of things. We've got beautiful glass terrariums that were left over from, lighting companies, and so we love kind of hunting and gathering things.
Yeah, it sounds very exciting.
Yeah, and remaking them to fit a space, depending on what is required by the client.
Of course.
Yeah.
So what's your background? Do you have a background in different mixed media?
Well, actually, I trained originally in textile design, and that kind of gave me this great love of colour and texture and pattern and space, and whether the design was for the body, like as in fashion, or upholstery, or so on.
It's a wide range of different areas.
Absolutely,
textiles,
yeah.
Which is nice.
So, I just basically love working with things and remaking them and re-envisaging things to ways to use them.
And speaking of textile, you made the backdrop in the music area.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. So within this space in the Chocolate Factory, some people come in and look at the ceiling and go, "Oh my God, it looks dreadful," or it's falling apart, needs repainting. And I came in, I went, "Wow, I love it," and I love
beautiful.
that natural kind of.
It is stunning, and it's nice that you can blend your work and add different things to it to actually enhance a place, instead of trying to maybe cover it up. It's actually blending kind of the old and the new with your artistic creativeness, which is actually really nice.
Absolutely. And sometimes a customer or a client has something that they really like, and it could be something tiny like a scarf, or it could be a couch, or it could be something major, a painting. And I suppose I just love when there's some kind of connection to something, and that you can make it feel personal, and it can be subliminal. It doesn't have to be a massive big statement or a drama. It can be subliminal, but it is about a connection and creating an atmosphere and a feeling.
And this place, in this particular setting, I see over here behind me the vases for these beautiful plants. They're recycled.
Actually, what happened is that dried plant stuff there is bamboo, right? And that came from Joe, my brother's garden up in County Louth, for a wedding here in the Chocolate Factory as fresh bamboo. Wow. And so then when that was all over, we dried it, just hung it up, and then I sprayed it. And then I thought, actually, how do we get it standing up tall? So we got these Wavin pipes that were from Recreate left over, and then I was looking at what Emmett does with his copper, and that lovely verdigris effect. So even though it's not real copper, I just kind of mix the colours and so on to go with that, and basically sprayed
the
it
sustainability in this place is fabulous, and it's really lovely to see. Thank you so much, Paula, for joining us.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Now we're heading over to the mobile journalists, where they go to the Leprechaun Museum.